But I'm looking at her pants, and I'm like, that's what they do at fucking Walmart, huh? You fucking miss that one payment on the layaway pants. They take chunks out of your pants. You only pay half. They cut the legs off, and they give you shorts. You got Big Mike. You've got the Big Mike and Mike on the Big Mike. I think that's how we're going to do it, because I'm not really a big dude, except for downstairs in my basement. I'm big in my basement because the ceilings are low. You got Michael in the mornings. It is 3:17. It's 7:40 in the a.m. We only got a high of 55 today in the Mile High City, so you're going to have to bundle up. It was 81 yesterday, rode the Harley with the intention of getting a sunburn. It was 81 degrees. It was great. I didn't get accosted by any scooters. I did, however. Anyway, let's get back to these leprechauns. I gotta quit. I gotta digress. This weed is good. Pedro, you hooked it up. Where's Pedro? Where's Pedro? What do you mean he doesn't like being called Pedro? Really? Pedro quit because I called him Pedro. His name's Pedro. The what? Pedro wanted to be called the man? The man of what? The man of what? What did Pedro want to... Pedro, if you're listening, you're being beckoned. I want to re-up on this. Pedro really quit. Wow. His name was Pedro. It's on his... Yeah, I saw his green card. No, he didn't even have a green card. He had a working visa. I don't know. Wow, now I'll probably get a call from somebody. His name was Pedro. Seriously, I can't believe that shit. Because I won't call him the man. I'm the man. Barney, I'm the man. You guys can't even get this fucking equipment right, dude. I'm the man. I am the man, and I was riding out on my Harley out by Red Rocks last night when we were talking about Stevie Nicks. We'll get back to all that. But I'm going by this mountain, and the same guy that's driving with me when we see this dude named Patrick on St. Patrick's Day on his birthday pushing a Yugo up by Sloan's Lake. And they used to have a Vickers station at the top on the north side of Sloan's Lake. And I sat behind there smoking joint after joint, watching them push that Yugo up that hill, foot by foot with my hazards on, and I think I was jamming out to like Queensryche at that time, like Empire, Yeah, I think it was Queensryche. What were you listening to, 91? Yeah. Oh, Black Crowes. Black Crowes didn't do good in Denver. Anybody from Denver remember that lead singer from the Black Crowes spitting on that girl at 7-Eleven because she couldn't understand his fucking cocaine fucking jaw. He wanted some chaw tobacco or some fucking bullshit. Dude, fucking stick up his ass or something. I don't know, dude. Spit on that girl and got ran out of town. They couldn't even do Wyoming Frontier Days. The Georgia Satellites, remember them? Dude, I was at a concert one time. I was up at Cheyenne Frontier Days, and we had gotten tickets to see Three Doors Down. And then if anybody's been up to Frontier Days, it's not a biker-friendly event. That's more of a cowboy thing. They got the rodeos up there. Cheyenne Frontier Days is a good time. But Three Doors Down and actually Days of the New, but Days of the New turned into, who did they turn into? Tantric. So it was Tantric opening up for Three Doors Down. And we go up there, we ride up there, me and a couple buddies, 4 or 5 guys. And we were only going to the bud plant. It was going to be a day trip. And we just kept going and going. And I had just moved in with my girlfriend at the time. And yeah, it didn't take at that time. I remember it didn't take. Because she used to tell me things like, you can't go with those guys. And what I call that is a failure to communicate. Can't insinuates that I might be crippled. I might be mentally deficient in some way. I might be unable to find my keys. I might be inebriated. I might be concerned about the oil or gas, or I might not even have a jacket. But that would be like can't. The word can't, fellas, listen to me now. Listen to me now. The word can't, when a woman tells you can't do that, don't ever let a woman tell you you can't do something. And women, never let your man say you can't do something. Listen to me now. Eradicate that stuff. Don't even let that stuff. Even the can't. No, fucking Barney, you're living proof. The guy's 60 years old. And no, you're 30 years old. You look like you're 60. That's right. He's 30 years old and he looks like he's 60. He's been married 4 years. But yeah, Barney over here, yeah. No driver's license, haven't asked. And, you can always see those dudes. They're in the passenger seat, And it's, some guys get good at sitting in the passenger seat. They roll doobies, or they play with the radio, or they sit back looking cool. But there's no, you know what's up when you roll by some fucking Camaro or something, fucking some chicks, or like my truck. My truck was a good one. If somebody was rolling it, they had to drive me around. Anyway, I digress. We were talking about Patrick and Sloan's Lake and all that. I think we got through that. We were talking about, yes, can't. Get can't out. Can't. You can't do that. I ain't a fucking cripple. I ain't fucking Lieutenant Dan. I ain't Lieutenant Dan, you got some new legs. Lieutenant Dan got a fucking Harley and he's fucking headed out. So that was one of those mornings. And we headed up to the mountains, and then we came in the back way to Fort Collins. Went over to the Bud plant. Got our free beers at the Bud bar that they won't let you tip at. And they're really, really adamant about that. Tripped me out trying to tip, and they won't take the tip. You got Mike on the big mic. KUSH. Denver. It's 7:46 a.m. We canceled the Leprechauns also because it violates about 50 federal and state and local laws to hand out marijuana. We were talking about going out to Red Rocks yesterday. It was really nice. Same dude. I was cruising with that dude. And we're going through Morrison, and there's that big mountain in Morrison. It's like the first of the foothills before you go up 285 towards Evergreen. And we're in the Renault, and the Renault was the G-Ride of the 80s. It's my Colorado debut. If you had a Renault Encore, basically they wouldn't sell you a Renault Encore without a porn mustache and a mullet. They're like, you're qualified. They're like, you're qualified. Come right in, son. You know anything about these foreign jobbers? They saw me coming. They knew I didn't have no credit. I was still wearing fucking polyester shit from fucking that I got from the church. I had $4 in my name. Walked into the Burger King. Oh, can I get a job? Why do you want to work at Burger King? I don't want to work at Burger King. I want a job. If I had a job, I could get some experience. How am I supposed to get some experience if I don't got a job? You've got KUSH in the morning. It is St. Patrick's Day, 7:49. You're in the Wake and Bake with Mike and Pedro. Pedro walked out on us. Pedro, our employee of one day, hooked us up and quit because he wanted to be called the man. Oh, I get it. Do you get it? Pedro and the man. Do you get it? Barney. Hello. These motherfuckers. I swear to God, the glass in the studio, they put a mirror there so that to help me with the microphone because it was a suggestion of the girl with the layaway pants. I don't want to say it like that, but that's how it's coming out. The girl with the layaway pants. If you don't pay if you miss all your payments, they cut them into gauchos. I saw a dude fucking wearing them yesterday. Dude, fucking Walmart's a bitch, ain't they? You didn't make all your payments. He's like, motherfuckers. And I saw he had fucking one shoe. No, he had both shoes, but no laces. Coming up. I said, damn, dude, layaway's a motherfucker. Dude. He's like, that was fucking 2 Christmases ago. I know, dude. Fucking, I still got a fucking Boys to Men CD fucking layaway over at Kmart. Kmart used to be the shit. You could go in there and fucking, they had the no question return policy. And so that's when the Nintendo, what was it, the 64 came out. And I'd return it every 30 days or whenever I needed cash. And so when I lived over to Washington Park, I had a dog I had to train. I trained this dog to go to the bathroom from the 3rd floor apartment. I had plants at that 3rd floor apartment. You would have swear I was gay. It looked like fucking the crocodile hunter was living there. Crikey! I believe. I don't know, you can't do an Australian accent. Crikeys! You got Mike on the big mic. Colorado's KUSH. Denver, the highest station in the nation. Straight up 750. We are talking about anything I pretty much want to on St. Patrick's Day. Green teeth, green beard. When I was a bouncer, I liked those green teeth dudes. I don't know why the girls won't talk to me. I don't know, dude, you gotta smile brighter, dude. I was at this one bar and I was with these 2 girls and this guy comes up to me. It's like 1:30, and it was actually my wife. It was my wife. It was the year we got married, and we're sitting at this bar, and she's with her girlfriend. I'm talking to some guy friends of mine. They're talking amongst themselves, and I'm not really paying attention. But I see this fucking Yahoo come all the way across the bar, dude. Fucking like this motherfucker gonna come up and get his fucking teeth knocked out. Fucking at 1:30, he almost made it. Come on, step right up here, boy. But I'm only paying attention out of the side of my eye, in the corner of my eye. And he rolls up, smooth as fucking polyester. And what are you ladies doing? It's one of the bars where I know all the bartenders because I'm the bartender. I'm the bouncer on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. In fact, I think it was like a bar Christmas party or something right before that. That's why everybody was there. And this guy comes rolling up, and he looks at my wife. What are you doing later, baby? So I turned around, and I was all smooth, and I put my arm around both girls, and I was like, they're coming home with me, and we're going to have wild sex. They're into the kinky shit, so we're picking up another girl here. And he's like, well, do you guys need a hand? I just popped a Viagra. It'll be kicking in fucking anytime soon. I was like, no, you fucking knucklehead, dude. You just popped a Viagra. You better fucking get to work, dude. It's about 1:30. Fucking, a fucking sore hand in the morning, dude. What if it lasts 4 hours and you've been beating it that long? Is that child abuse? Is that like animal abuse? You beat the monkey? Slap that fucking monkey. Dude, I slapped the shit out of that monkey. Choking the chicken. If you choke it for 4 hours, is it dead? Barney, glad you could be with us on the KUSH, KUSH. But where'd you guys go? He's not down there? Wow. Pedro's gone. Took his bicycle and everything, dude. Pedro took the bicycle, dude. And Pedro didn't even have a fucking job when I found him. Pedro was sitting outside of the 7-Eleven with a sign, we'll work for, what did it say? We'll work for food. But the food was spelled F-U-D, or I don't know. It was fucked up. That's how, Pedro. It was his name. Get the application. No, I'm serious. Get the application. Nobody believes me. It was his name. It was Pedro. I don't know what his middle name was, but Menendez. No, that wasn't right. I'm not going to say Pedro's last name on here. INS would be after. Pedro would be running. Pedro would be like, oh, you motherfuckers. KUS, my ass, you'd be fucking on the bus with INS. You got Big Mike on the... He had a big mouth on the big mic. It's Colorado's KUSH, KUSH, Denver.